The Voyage? This is the story of the 2017 journey I embarked on to sail the Pacific Ocean. In January 2017, I located a classified ad on the Blue Water Cruising Association website. The association is a group of people planning a voyage or in progress of sailing across the Pacific or other oceans. The ad indicated that a couple from Victoria, BCE, had made their way down to Mexico aboard their 38-foot sailboat, Mayaluga. They were planning on crossing the Pacific Ocean in March and were in need of a crew member to help with the night watches.
We've certainly looked at the option of doing it just the two of us, and we're capable of doing that, but we're of the opinion that an extra crew member will give us an advantage of extra rest,
right,
and give the crew person the advantage of having a great sail and hopefully learning a lot of stuff along the way.
Yeah.
After a few chats via FaceTime and numerous emails, they had selected me to join them on this leg of the journey. I would need to book a flight to meet them in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I flew down on March 18, with an estimated departure from the marina on March 22 ND. The voyage was estimated to take 3-4 weeks, depending on wind and sea conditions, until we landed in the Marquesas Islands of French Polynesia. This book chronicles the voyage from Mexico to French Polynesia and the exploration of the islands within. La Cruz, Mexico. After a long overnight flight, which had a layover in Los Angeles, I eventually made it to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Once I cleared customs, I hailed a cab to take me to the marina in La Cruz, Mexico. A 45-minute drive landed me in the small village of La Cruz, which had a well-equipped marina servicing the many sailors which cruised the Beja Peninsula and the Sea of Cortez. Arriving a few days early allowed me to acquaint myself with the boat and the couple with which I would be spending the next month trapped aboard their small boat. I had never met Corinne and Tony prior to this meeting, aside from a video chat, and had some concern about how we would all get along. They were immediately very accommodating, and my concern quickly faded. We went out for lunch and discussed the upcoming trip and swapped stories about our experiences and families. Over the next few days, we did some minor maintenance on the boat and finished stocking up on fresh produce for the upcoming month at sea. We attended a weather seminar on the correct timing to make our departure and how to sail over the equator. We decided from that seminar that March 24 would be the best day to set sail. The day prior, Tony and I took the boat out for a quick sail and filled up the tanks with diesel. The morning of the 24th, we set off from La Cruz to Puerto Vallarta to clear out of Mexican customs. A few hours later, we were headed for the open ocean, Pacific Ocean crossing. The first week of the crossing was uneventful. Good strong winds, decent seas. The days consisted of 5 watch shifts, 2 6-hour shifts during the day and 3 4-hour shifts at night. The night shift was my favorite as we were often alone and I could listen to music on my iPod and look at the stars. The more south we traveled, the closer we came to the equator and the intertropical convergence zone, TCZ. As we entered the ITCZ, we started to experience strong winds combined with heavy periods of rain. One of these squalls blew at over 50 knots, 92 km MAH, and the sea swells were over 20 foot. This one lasted for 6 hours, and the boat needed to be steered manually. Once we passed the ICTZ, we prepared to cross the equator, not particularly eventful, except for the ceremony on board. It is a sailing tradition that a ceremony take place graduating all on board who have never crossed the equator by sea from pollywogs to shellbacks. We were visited by King Neptune in full costume, which indoctrinated the entire crew.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0! Boom!
I think King Neptune goes first.
King Neptune? Oh, come on, you old bastard. You can have a little bit, but not too much. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
We'll have to crown you in a few minutes.
Okay, pour. Thank you.
Congratulations, shellbacks.
The shellbacks.
We also enjoyed smoked salmon and a bottle of champagne stored specifically for the occasion. We calculated each day the estimated date of arrival and even had a running bet. The estimate was 24 days.
That's King Neptune. What's he doing here?
King Neptune. Welcome.
Well, I'm not exactly King Neptune, but I am his emissary, and I have been sent on a special mission
What's that?
to crown you people as shellbacks instead of common pollywogs
All right.
on this fantastic, what's the date?
11.
The 11th of April 2017 in the year of the sea. So be it here known to all who may compass these waters forever after that Karen Langer and Mark Chaplin and Tony Roberts, wherever the hell he is, are now declared graduated from pollywogs to shellbacks forever, Southern Hemisphere. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Disport yourselves in an unseemly fashion. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Now I'm going back to the deep.
Well, that was exciting.
Oh my gosh. What's up?
That was exciting.
Imagine that. King Neptune aboard Mayaluga. Or his emissary.
His emissary,
His
yes.
emissary.
Supposed to have radio contact now with
Yes. Oh,
partner
yeah.
loads, and we'll do that quickly.
So there you go. Okay. All right. Well, we're signing off. Tony, you missed it. King Neptune is here.
Say what?
You missed it. King Neptune was here.
Oh, he was.
His emissary.
I missed it totally. What happened?
He made us shellbacks.
He made you shellbacks.
Yeah, you too. You too.
And me too.
In
and me
absentia.
too.
You in
Yay!
absentia.
Southern Hemisphere, here we come.
Yes.
Around day 20, we experienced yet another squall and had torn the mainsail. Not a catastrophic situation, but we needed to keep the sail reefed to avoid tearing it to pieces. On day 23, we finally had the first land sighting in weeks, the Marquesas Islands. However, at this time, the wind had completely vanished, so we fired up the engine to bring us the remained 150 miles. Suddenly, the engine started to overheat and stopped running. For 3 days, we drifted offshore of land with no wind and no engine. On day 27, the wind returned to blow us into the island of Nuku Hiva, Tahiti Bay. The Marquesas Islands. The Marquesas Islands are made up of 10 small islands and is the northernmost group of islands in French Polynesia. It was the first group of islands discovered 1595 by the Spanish and English, who attempted to colonize the area, but were chased off by the indigenous people. The inhabitants migrated there from Melanesia about 2,000 years ago. At their peak in 1790, the islands are thought to have had over 100,000 natives. Once the French succeeded in colonizing the area, disease and alcoholism brought by the Europeans had decimated the population to around 2,000 in 1924. Today, the islands hold around 10,000 Marquesans. The Marquesans are known for two things: tattoos and cannibalism. When the early explorers found the islands, they noted that the inhabitants, men and women, were covered in markings from head to toe. The tattooing, done with sharpened palm branches, was stabbed into the skin and ink was rubbed over top. Each symbol on the body meant something and told a story of the individual's life. Death, on the other hand, was also something the early explorers noted about the islands. The Marquesas Islands was one of the last places in the world to stop practicing cannibalism. They were known to eat their enemies, and the eyeballs were a particular delicacy, usually reserved for the leader of the tribe. Both tattooing and cannibalism stopped in the Marquesas, but tattooing has made a comeback. Bay, Nuku Hiva. We limped into Taiho Bay on April 20. No engine and torn mainsail. Taiho Bay is a small village with around 1,000 local residents. It is the largest of the villages in the Marquesas Island. It had a couple small markets, an ATM and a few small snack restaurants. Once we arrived, we sourced a local diesel mechanic to look at the engine in the boat. We removed the head, and he determined it was likely the head gasket had blown. We attempted to source parts locally and internationally, but they were difficult to find. 2 weeks into the search, it appeared as thought it would be yet another 3.